Hi, everybody. This is, as always, Steve Clark. With me in the studio, once again, we have Shay Hance, we have Honey Clark, we have Tommy Michaels. Guys! Temper, starring NTR, also known as NTR Jr. God, we thought that his name credit at the start of the movie was another company logo.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
It was.
NTR being third-generation Tollywood, his grandfather, huge enough star that there was a clip of him in this movie.
Oh, which one was he?
Which one?
When they're showing the clips of cops from movies that inspired him. First one, NTR Sr. there.
Was NTR Jr. in there too? He said his grandfather.
The middle one, nobody talks about him. Okay, so guys, this movie was amazing. Agreed?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Agreed?
Amazing.
So good.
It fucking starts with a flash forward, right? Which usually pisses me off.
Yeah.
This time, not as much, because it's just bodies everywhere.
On the beach.
On the beach.
And there's one
Giant
guy
anchor.
lying in the giant anchor.
And so we pan over, and there's a log, and up pops NTR. Fucked up. By which I mean beaten badly and very drunk.
Yes.
Still really drunk.
And he's like, okay, let's start the movie. So we start the movie, and flashback?
Yes,
Yeah.
flashback. He's a child.
And he's being beaten by a cop with a belt.
Yeah. And he's like, okay, fuck you. You know who I work for? You know who I am? I work for Johnny Bye, the biggest gangster.
Johnny Bye!
You can't fucking touch him. He's a badass. It's like, yeah? Yeah? So who walks in?
Johnny Bye!
Johnny Bye walks in. And what happens to Johnny Bye?
Beat the fuck out of him.
He beat him senseless
With a belt.
with a belt right in front of this kid.
And so as they're walking out, the kid's like to Johnny Bye, wait, what the fuck was that? We rob people, and then he robs us. What the fuck is this? And he's like, well, what am I supposed to do? He's a cop. So the kid makes a decision on the spot.
I'm gonna become a police officer.
Yep, he's gonna wear a police dress.
And then he jumps off a balcony and does a perfect three-point landing on the hood of a police jeep.
Yep.
It's pretty sweet.
It's amazing.
And then we get the story from there of how he became a cop, how he really put himself to his studies, and he was just gonna put his all into it. And then he's like, okay, fuck this, I'm just gonna buy people off and buy my degree.
Like a real cop.
Yeah.
His physical
Ouch.
His physical was the only
studied hard.
thing that and
Yeah.
where did that get you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you should have
broke.
paid people.
You should have paid people. Yeah. What the fuck was I saying? At any rate, his physical was the only part that he passed legitimately. He says that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, then we are introduced to our villain, played by the great Prakash Raj, who plays the villains in almost all of these films. And they dressed him funny for this.
Yeah.
That's
It's
an
great.
understatement.
At one point, there is a purple shirt with a Hawaiian shirt sewn into it.
The Hawaiian shirt fabric has Indians of
Indians of...
images of Indian gods.
Okay, so we're introduced to him, and he's having trouble with the local SI, was it?
Yeah, SI.
Something inspector.
Sub-inspector.
Sub-inspector. The local sub-inspector is giving him trouble, so he talks to the local minister, who he's bought, and says, look, I need an SI who's worse than I am.
Yeah.
And
Find
the
someone
minister-
who's a bigger scumbag than me. And
And
he's
the SI is like, oh, I know a dude.
No, at first he's like, that's tough. No, I got one.
Yeah,
Totally
yeah.
got one.
This is
He's
dude
worse
in-
than both of us.
Yeah, the dude in Mumbai. So, of course, we meet the dude in Mumbai, our hero, NTR. Does anybody remember the character's name?
Daya.
Daya.
Daya. Daya. And Daya is in the middle of chasing a suspect, isn't he?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes, he's
Yep.
chasing a suspect, takes a picture of him, and then gets distracted by his old friend Johnny Bye.
And Johnny Bye's like, if he killed that guy, why were you chasing me? And he goes, wait, he killed the guy?
Let's show me. He's like, who's this dead guy? And he explains, it's like there's this turf war between two families, right? And this was the younger brother of the one family, and the other family has a price on his head. They've been trying to kill him this whole time. They haven't been able to. So he's like, okay, I'm going to call the family that's trying to kill him. And he calls. And what does he say?
Hey, I killed him.
No,
Or
what he says
should
is,
I kill him?
should I kill this guy? I've got him right here in front of me. You want me to kill him?
The guy's like, yeah, I'll give you 10 lakhs to kill him.
It's like, okay, well, watch the news in a few minutes. Calls up the police, brings him there. Sure enough, on the news, he's like, that's fucking great. Your 10 locks is ready. You can come, or I can go where you are. I'll just leave him at the cafe for me. Is this when he goes there as a police officer
Yes.
to demand a bribe of 20 locks?
Yes. Yes.
for killing the guy.
Was it for killing the
Yeah.
guy?
He says, we have the shooter's phone number calling you twice.
Yeah, basically framing
Yeah, he
him
frames
for
the
the
guy for
murder
killing his
someone
brother.
else did. The guy offers him 10 locks first. He's like, yeah, is a murderer worth as much as a police officer? Really? Really? 20 locks. Okay, he walks out with that.
So he's got 30 now.
And so now he calls the grieving family. He goes to the grieving family.
Yeah.
And he's like, I have a photo of the man who killed your brother.
And they're like, we'll give you 30 lots. Just tell me so I can go kill him.
And
Don't
he's
worry
all-
about taking him in or anything.
And so he walks away with how much?
50.
Well, 60 now.
60.
Yeah,
Yeah,
60
it's
total,
gonna be
yeah.
30.
With
Right.
60. And Johnny Bai is like, this is amazing. With you here in Mumbai, we'll make God knows how much money. He's like, I'm not staying in Mumbai
I'm leaving tomorrow.
for his new job.
Because he's the scumbag SI that was hired.
So, in the new town, they have just captured a group of rowdies. They actually chased them into the police station. And of course, the new SI comes in on Gandhi's fucking birthday.
Which is also his birthday.
Yes. And he's like, open up the cage, bring him out of there. And they're like,
Oh,
but
yeah.
they'll run away. He's like, how are they going to run away with you here? With me here? Come on, open it up.
And they're like, no, we shouldn't. He's like, no, really. How are they going to leave?
Yeah.
So they open it,
And they run right the fuck
and
out.
he winks at him and shakes his head, and they all just run the fuck out. And he's like, well, you were right. I knew the girls were fast here. You didn't tell me the guys were, too.
And so they're like, well, I'm going to write in my report, the new SI. He's like, with the new SI, I'm not officially posted here until tomorrow. So the old SI, God, we can't write that in the report, can we? Oh, what should we write? We should write that you never arrested them in the first place.
And the record book was burned in a circuit?
A
Short
short circuit.
Yeah, short.
Sure enough, it's on fire in the next room. There's one cop in there who is so angry.
Oh,
Just-
he is so mad.
Fumingly angry.
I love this guy.
And
Me
he
too.
follows him for pretty much the entire film.
Just staring at him angrily.
Scowling.
And being pissed off.
We're going to call him Angry Cop.
Yes.
Angry cop.
Because I can't remember his name.
Did he have one?
Murthy.
Yeah,
Murphy.
Mr.
Murphy.
Murphy.
But we're
Mr. Murphy,
still
yeah.
going to call him Angry Cop.
So, like, right after this, the cops are talking about him, and they say, and I quote, he's the king of corruption. He is the firstborn to the mother of corruption.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
Daya, you demon.
So he goes to the fucking gangster with Angry Cop, gets a new house with a swimming pool and a wonderful view, and he's like, so where are the guys freed, since we're all celebrating here? He's like, oh, they found a new bird. They're fine. They're busy. Prakash Raj, I don't remember the character's name. It's Voltaire.
Voltaire.
Is what the subtitles
Voltaire
call it.
Vasu.
The subtitles say Voltaire, but we see it later on a phone. It's Walter. Okay,
Great.
so Voltaire is calling him brother, and at first this creates a sort of a weird conflict, but then he's cool with it.
Yeah.
And then he asked for a music system.
Well, he asks Angry Cop for it while he's
Yeah.
enjoying his new house.
Yeah, Angry Cop's like, what happened? Why do you... He's like, nah, we need a music system. Go get me one.
And he, orders the dude to salute him. Dude refuses. He's like, no, seriously, salute me right now. And he says, if my hands were to salute you, I would cut it.
Yeah, he's not
He
fucking around.
hates him.
Yes.
A lot.
So much.
And that's probably why Daya keeps him around for the entire film.
Like 10 feet from him all the time.
Yep.
Just everything happening. We cut to a reaction shot from Angry Cop.
Always the same face.
Mr. Murphy is so pissed off.
Is this when he meets the girl?
Yeah, on the
Yeah,
beach.
on the beach.
Mhm.
So he goes to the
With-
beach.
with
Birds.
bird.
Macau.
Birds. Yeah, and he
Cow.
sees some girl standing there with a bunch of birds.
And she is just beaming with pure sunshine and goodness. She is.
A bunch of seagulls flew over her head and didn't even poop on her. That's how good this girl is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The macaw is apparently her pet, who she brought, and it's just chilling.
So Daya walks over and is like, oh, that's a cool parrot. She's like, it's not a parrot. He's like, I'm going to take selfies with it. And then he just takes pictures of her.
And
Yep.
her butt.
Well, he tried.
He
but
tried,
He did not
yeah.
get a picture of her
Yeah,
butt
yeah.
before
He
she
failed.
turned around.
Then he walks back to Angry Cop, and he's like, you know that music system I asked you for? There she is.
So, yeah, go get her.
Go get her.
And he's like, I can't do that.
She's a good girl. I know her. Don't ask me to do that.
And he's like, nah, do it.
So, in what order should we relay these fucking events? Should we just run through the whole romance right now?
Well, I thought we could
well-
address the thing with the two thieves that he
Yeah.
recruited.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
There
right
you
after
go.
this.
Two thieves get caught stealing a gold necklace off a woman. they get beat to shit by just the local women
Yeah.
who bring him to the police, and Daya is like, he basically gives them a meal and a place to stay and makes them cops.
Yeah, he
And immediately makes them steal all the dogs from the place where his dream girl works.
yeah, they show up and he slaps the fuck out of them, and they're
Mhm.
like, "Well, stop stealing." He's like,
He slaps them even
he's
more.
like, think,
No, steal
think
better.
bigger. He's like, "I didn't tell you to stop. Go steal some dogs." And they're like, "What the hell?" And he slaps them again. It's like, "Come on, go."
And
Dogs.
he threatens to shoot them. Go steal these damn
Oh,
dogs.
yeah.
Fuck yes.
He just nonchalantly pulls the gun out and is like,
And they're like, yes, we will go steal dogs.
He has this nervous habit of slapping his gun
Oh my God.
and flipping it around.
pointing it at people for
Yeah.
no reason.
Yeah.
Oh, it's amazing.
So they go to steal the dogs, and it doesn't work out quite like they planned.
But they get the dogs.
So the one decides, we have to bite the dogs like dogs, and then they'll follow us.
Which they do.
They
angrily.
do, but
Yeah.
angrily and with much noise.
So, Dream Girl, what, did she have a name?
Sanchi.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, Sanchi?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yes.
think so.
Sanchi comes to the police station
With
saying,
their mom.
they stole my babies.
And he
It's
tells
like,
you
"What,
her...
children?"
Yeah, he's like, "Oh my god, you have babies?" She's like, "No, kittens." And he's like, "Cool, dogs." So,
This is true.
yeah. Then he tells her, "Oh yeah, in Korea they eat dogs. I bet they're selling your dogs to Korea."
Yeah, they've probably already got them on the boat. They'll be there by the morning.
And they're like, but I love Korea, and I was just at a Korean food festival, and they didn't mention anything about dogs.
And then her mom does the Gangnam Style dance.
Yeah.
And they're like, "We love Koreans." And he's like, "Nah, they're probably like there
And
already."
then he just
Yeah.
shouts, "War to Korea!"
Yeah, and he says, get the helicopters, start up
Load
the
the
helicopters,
guns."
load the guns. Don't worry about it, we'll deal with this. Okay, now get me some tea.
Yeah,
got a
he
headache.
dismisses them, and right before she
Oh,
leaves, she's
kidnap
like,
girl.
"Will Koreans eat my babies?"
Oh, and is this where the mom of the kidnapped girl comes in?
Yes.
Yes.
Immediately
Yes.
after this.
Really?
Yeah. Then she walks in. Some woman walks in and is like, she's crying and is like, "Oh, my daughter's been gone for 4 days." And Daya's like, "Just write a fucking complaint. Shut
Yeah,
up."
Yeah, just give this guy your information, for fuck's sake. I'm busy here. So he drives up to Sanchi's place with his fucking police van and just unloads dogs.
So many dogs.
Yeah.
With the 2 dog nappers.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just as cops.
They're the ones.
And he tells the 2 thieves to kill the blind grandmother who doesn't believe any
Oh,
of this.
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
And they
blind-
just sit there trying to convince her.
Yeah, blind grandma is just not having any of his bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
She's like, he says that it took 2 days, and she's like, "We were there complaining about it yesterday." And he's like, "Well, Korea's in a different time zone since they are not the same Korea
And Korea
anymore."
today is yesterday, and
Yeah.
that's how we
So
counted
he's
it.
like, "So it's 2 days," and she's like, "You're lying." And he's like, "Just kill her, get rid of her."
Of
Which
course
they
don't.
They don't do it.
Well,
Thank
yeah.
God.
If they did, he would have been angry at them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sanchi is already betrothed,
Yeah, she's supposed to be marrying this guy.
who is a flautist, I believe is the term.
Yes.
Yes.
Or as they say, flutist in the subtitles.
Yeah.
So Daya sees this and he's like, "What the fuck?"
He's
Who's messing with my sound system?
he's about
Literally
to
his words.
He's about to shoot the dude dead on the street.
Yeah, he's pacing back and forth, ripping his hair out, just about to shoot the guy.
He sends Angry Cop to find out what the hell the deal is.
Turns out they are in fact engaged to be married. So
Angry cop shakes his hand, and Daya's like, "What the fuck, man?"
Why'd you shake his hand?
So
Daya's not happy. So next thing you know, our flautist buddy is getting a job offer to teach some women in a building how to play the flute. It's
well,
a brothel.
It's a brothel.
Yes.
It's such a
And-
problem.
And the police come in with video cameras and they arrest him and they make it public. So Daya goes, of course, to his lady love and says, "Oh, this is terrible, but I've brought him back to you and I'll make sure no charges are pressed. You can marry him, whenever you like."
She's like, the hell I can.
And then he's like, yeah, scumbags who beat dogs with stones. And she's like, "What?" He's like, "Oh, yeah, he beats a dog when it's asleep. You didn't know?"
It makes me sick.
Yeah, and she's like, "You like dogs?" And
Her
then,
eyes
Oh god,
light.
that's the whole thing where it's like, if I marry a woman, I will be a dog for her, and then I'll turn her into a dog, and then...
he even says humans don't need human behavior, they need dog behavior.
Yeah.
And she is so in love.
Yeah,
No, yeah.
cute
It's like a
musical number.
10-minute
Yeah.
rant.
But fucking blind grandma still not having any of it.
She's calling him
I
out
know,
on
right?
all
Yeah.
of his bullshit.
She's like,
Yeah.
"Bullshit." And he's like, "Shut up, you don't know anything."
Yeah.
I really like Blind Grandma.
Yeah, blind grandma's
she
great.
is sad sassy.
She knows where it's at.
What the fuck happens next? There's so much that happens.
Next.
He trades his bike for a Jeep. No, his backwards.
Oh yeah, he goes on a date with the girl.
Yeah, and she's like, "Why didn't you bring a bike? Like, you brought a Jeep?" And
Yeah,
he's
it's
like,
fucking police Jeep.
Hey, guy, give me your bike. And he's like, "No." He's like, "Nah, take my Jeep."
Yeah, take the fucking
It's fine.
police Jeep. Just return it to the station in the morning.
And you'll get your bike back.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, "Okay, cool, sweet."
Okay, so
What the hell was
romantic
that all about?
romantic bike date. And I think there's a musical number here.
Yes.
And
At the end of which she gets kidnapped.
yeah, she's sitting on the bike and she just gets grabbed off it by some thugs. So he chases them down and just starts slapping the shit out of them.
And it turns out his boss is behind the kidnapping. Only they got the wrong girl.
Yeah,
So-
she was sitting on the bike. Apparently, the other girl was going to be sitting on the bike.
So they're like, "Yay, sorry, man. We totally, took your girlfriend." And he's like, "I hate you. Go away."
Yeah,
What is wrong with you?
Look how she is beaten, he says.
Yeah,
They're
Yeah.
like, sorry,
How dare
sorry,
you
sorry,
use a
sorry.
knife on her.
yeah,
And he smacks the dude a few more times.
Yep.
yeah.
And then
Pretty sure he snapped the dude's wrist.
Okay.
And that was the first time we saw Daya have emotions.
Yeah.
yeah.
He was so mad.
Yeah. Well, the next morning, she's there waiting at his swimming pool saying, I couldn't sleep because I can't help thinking about this other girl. If they catch her, what'll happen to her? Now, he's been asking what she wants for her birthday this whole fucking time. You know what she wants?
She wants him to rescue her.
She wants him to rescue that other girl.
Yes.
Yeah. And he's like, fuck.
All right.
Cut immediately to other girl running away from jeeps full of thugs.
Through this water. Apparently, she runs really goddamn fast.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Scott Adkins.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
chase her for like half a mile.
Yeah, she deserves to get away from anything.
Yeah.
'Cause holy shit.
Seriously.
She's earned it.
She's awesome.
Next thing you know, police jeep pulls up sideways, drifts, and stops right in front of
Oh,
her.
bounces on one tire. For
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
second.
And out steps,
Daya.
and he is serious.
He
Oh,
says
so
Wi-Fi
serious.
is on.
Yeah, he refers to himself as Wi-Fi.
Yeah, his ego and his anger are Wi-Fi.
And he stomps on the ground and it creates a Wi-Fi symbol around him.
And it just knocks everyone over.
Voltaire shows up.
And it's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Dude, what the hell? This isn't your girlfriend. What's your problem?
Well, Voltaire makes the mistake of comparing Daya to a dog in his service.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that pisses him off. So he starts going off on like fucking movie dialogues and
Yeah.
shit. Like,
Tells him, "I will sleep in your heart."
yeah. Yes.
So he loses his damn mind and pretty much is like, "I'm going to kill you in everything that you know."
Yeah. And so he sends dudes after Daya and they don't stand a chance. I'm pretty sure he killed the first one.
Yeah.
Snapped
No.
his
Snapped
neck
his
with
neck.
one hand.
Yeah.
First guy is dead as hell.
Yeah. Just drops to his knees.
Well, then snapped
stays
it back
there.
with the second slap.
I don't think that's
Immediately.
going to help.
No. So the other guys just get the living shit kicked out of them.
And then Voltaire runs. First we thought he was just running away, but he runs to get a fucking machete. That doesn't help him
That
much.
doesn't help
No,
him.
then he gets slapped around.
Yeah,
I think he pistol whips him, doesn't he?
it does.
Okay, so to Daya's predicament, because now he has gravely insulted a guy who he actually really likes, Voltaire.
Yeah.
Voltaire's his buddy. He doesn't
Gives
want to
him
piss
money
off
and a house.
Voltaire. This, he likes that guy. What am I doing? I just got carried away.
Yeah, so he's telling the angry cop, he's like, "No, I just, I kind of said some stuff I shouldn't have." And angry cop's like staring at him with the most intense hatred I've seen in my life. And he's just like, "No, it's no big deal. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it." Texts Voltaire and he's like,
East or West, friendship is the best.
"East or West,
This is the-
friendship is the best."
Oh god, right after he
Yeah.
beats his men and threatens him and beats him, he just starts sending him these dippy friendship
Weird
messages.
things. And then they show
He gets the minister to negotiate
yeah,
for
the
him.
minister.
The minister is weirdly clueless about all of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just like, now you boys, sit down and talk it out.
Hug it out first.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
Oh god, but before the hug scene, as soon as they walk up, Voltaire starts shooting at the
Who is behind the minister?
He was large. He can
Yeah,
hide
he is
behind
large,
him.
but he almost shoots him in the head.
He almost does.
The minister is like, whoa, 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 what's this shit?
And so finally, the minister takes Voltaire's gun, and Daya insists on a hug before they sit down to talk.
Yeah. They have awkward man hug.
And he's like,
And
don't
then he
sniff
bites him.
me.
Oh yeah,
Don't
Thank
sniff
you for
me. I'm
sniffing
feeling weird. And then he bites him.
And they're gonna sit down to have a drink, but Daya keeps just throwing bottles and
Just
glasses on the
smashing
ground.
them everywhere.
He really genuinely wants to make friends again, but he can't get over the insult.
Yeah.
Finally, he's like, don't talk to me for 24 hours, and storms off.
So,
No.
I
So
don't
is this
remember
when he talks to Angry Cop, and Angry Cop is like, a fucking tsunami should come and just destroy
That
you?
was before the date.
Was it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Damn.
At any rate, it happens.
Yeah, they're talking by the ocean, I think, and
Yeah.
Angry Cop is like, yeah, I hope a fucking tsunami drowns you. And he's just like, let it, come on, bring
Yeah,
it, summon
yeah.
it, summon it.
I'll sit here all
Just as
night.
long as you take that money.
Yeah, oh yeah,
It's like, you think
take
I'm a
the
bad
fucking
cop,
money.
but I've never raped and murdered anyone. And really, I saved, the thing with the farm.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
there was
shit.
I forgot about
Oh
that.
yeah, there was this dude, he had a farm. Voltaire wants the farm. So, basically... oh, dear God, this is
Oh,
so
this,
awful.
This is horrible.
Oh, God,
That's when we
Daya
realized
shows
this guy
up.
was evil.
Daya shows up, and he's like, oh, so he's offering you this much, but you want to keep it for your daughter. Oh, my God.
Granddaughter.
For your granddaughter. But, oh, my God, what if your granddaughter was kidnapped or murdered?
And the
Or
phone
both.
Think
rings.
about that. Oh, my God. And then Grandpa's phone rings, and he answers it, and sure enough, his granddaughter has been kidnapped. And Daya's like, see, I told you this can happen.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what if she's murdered? You'd better sign this paper I brought with me right now to give him all of the rights.
And the guy's like, my house is worth a lot more than this. And he's like, more than your granddaughter's life? Because they're
Yeah.
going to kill her.
Yeah, and
Sign it.
he drives out, granddaughter's running in as he's driving out. It's
So
awful.
sad.
It's really awful.
It's
Guy is
horrid.
such a prick.
But see, the way he sees it is he just saved this guy's and his granddaughter's lives, because if he hadn't been involved, then Voltaire would have just killed both of them and taken the land.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, if he had stopped it in the first
Exactly.
Like the cop
a
he
cop.
is.
Yes.
place. Okay, so
Then this is like the last happy scene, the beach musical.
what the bad guy tells Daya, I forget his fucking name. What the
Voltaire?
Voltaire. What Voltaire tells Daya is that this girl has a CD of evidence against his brothers. Actual brothers, not just,
It's
friendship
a big
brothers.
family. There's like 4 brothers.
Yeah.
Well, five including Voltaire.
And he wants it back, and Daya's like, okay, if you spare her life, I'll get you the fucking CD.
And so he goes back to this poor fucking girl. Well, he gets her to tell the story, which is grim.
Oh
horrible.
my god.
We shouldn't even get into it, but it's
No.
grim. Her sister's dead. Let me put it that way.
And was
Don't,
No.
no,
No.
no.
I don't want to talk about
It's
it.
Let's
sad.
not put this on a fucking podcast audience who just wanted to listen to a podcast.
It's horrible.
It's bad. Let's put it that way.
It's really nasty.
And there's this CD of evidence, basically, that this
Shows
girl
the
has.
murderers.
Yes. And so Daya says, okay, I'm going to put you on a plane with your mother to America where you will be safe. Give me the CD, and I will make sure they are brought to justice. And
so
so,
he gets the bad guys to pay for the ticket to America.
yes, and he takes them to the fucking airport. He's seeing them off. His girlfriend is like, give me your number in America, and we'll keep in touch. But as he's walking away with this fucking CD of evidence to give to Voltaire, the girl runs out, calls him brother, and, like, gives more details of how awful this shit was.
Yeah.
It's worse than you can imagine.
And he is genuinely upset. He's like,
Yes.
oh my god.
Well, at this point, you have to understand he's also seen her mother, who filed the fucking missing persons report, who he basically told to fuck off.
Yeah.
Told her that her daughter had run away with some other student and they'd be back as soon as they ran out of money.
So
Yes.
he feels like shit, as he should. He
Yes.
feels awful.
So instead of going to Voltaire, he goes back to the police station.
An
And he-
angry cop.
He sits down
He's tickled
with the
pink.
fucking CD next to him, and Angry Cop knows what's going on.
He's like, why are you here? You wouldn't be here if you were still a dick.
Yep.
He's like, you changed, boy. You
Yeah.
changed.
He's like,
You
fuck you, I haven't
changed.
It's the
changed.
first time he fucking smiles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so the fucking bad guys are coming in the door to get that CD. So Angry Cop says, okay, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to sit here on the floor and I'm just going to wait and see what happens, okay?
Yeah, because
Okay.
you're not a dick anymore, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah.
And then, oh my god.
Oh my fucking God. So the guys come in and Angry Cop is like, well, your CD's right there. Why don't you go take it?
And the guy in the front walks over slowly,
Daya hasn't said a fucking word
Hasn't
this
moved.
entire time.
staring at the ground, like half crying. And the guy walks over and goes to grab the CD, and
uppercut
Yes.
that snaps his neck. Just his head is
it's
now pointed backwards.
Yes.
It's brutal.
It's
and
beautiful.
And Angry Cop salutes him.
Yes. Yes. What follows is one of the most brutal beatdowns.
oh my god.
And yet, it's lovely. I
It's
really
is
enjoyed
lovely.
it.
Great.
It was great.
So Daya is beating the absolute fuck out of these dudes,
Yeah.
and all of the cops are just saluting him, just
Yeah.
chanting "Police, police,"
And his name.
and his name. And Angry Cop is screaming things like he will break your eyes without showing any compassion. And they love him. Angry Cop is so
destroys-
happy.
He destroys like 2 cabinets with dudes. He takes out a bench with a dude.
Oh, he kicks a dude like 20 feet across the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh god, best part, cappered all this. Guy comes at him with a knife. He breaks his arm and sits on him.
Yeah.
Like he was
Yeah.
a fucking human
He just
stool.
uses him as a tool.
What's great is that he's standing there over him with the dude's arm between his legs broken, and then he's just like, sits down.
Yeah.
Just like, it's not a conscious thing. It's just like, well, this is here.
I mean, all it took was him getting punched in the soul.
Yes.
Yeah.
He did get punched right in the fucking soul.
Is the body found next? Is that what happens?
I think so.
First, he has to tell Voltaire that he is looking for those dudes, and Voltaire has to hide them.
Yeah.
He hides them at the beach in a boat,
In a boat.
and yeah, then they find a body. This is like right after a really happy musical number.
Yeah.
And it's
And the brothers have gotten away again.
and it is revealed what horrible things happened to this poor girl.
Yeah, let's again know.
Yeah.
I haven't said anything, have I?
No,
I know, I'm just reiterating.
Yeah.
God damn
And
it.
it makes my soul sad.
Yeah.
And then you find out that the girl and the mother that were sent to America, well, the
watched it
mother
on the news.
watched it on the news,
Yeah.
and the mom pretty much went into a fucking coma after having a heart attack.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
girl calls and is like, "What's happening? Everything sucks. My sister's dead, and my mom is now having a heart attack."
And so Daya is like, just put the phone next to her ear. And he's like, I am here. As in, this will be fucking resolved.
And he goes on the news and says he knows who it is.
So he gives their
Yes.
names.
Yes. And this is when they go into hiding, I think.
Yes.
Yes.
Now they're like, "Fuck, we are so dead."
Oh, and Valère is pissed.
Valère.
Valère.
Voltaire.
Whatever.
Don't you know any fucking poetry, dude?
Isn't Voltaire that children's musician?
That is 3 levels of wrong. God damn it, Tommy.
Just
Anyway.
You just made me more sad than this movie.
Okay, so is this when they catch up with brothers, or what happens? You have some idea, Tom.
Yeah, the helicopters come in finally.
Oh, fuck, they send in helicopters.
Yeah, 4 of them.
There's 4 helicopters, all to drop Daya off on the ship and capture this fucks.
He jumped from all 4 of them.
Yeah. It's just,
I wouldn't doubt it.
it's so great.
Either.
So, I'm not sure why he decides to take them to court instead of just brutally murdering all of them.
He's trying to be a cop now.
Yeah.
He's kind of had a bit of a
It's
change of heart.
a little misguided, but he gives his damnedest. So they get
Yeah.
in there, they give evidence, they set up the fucking CD ready to play it in court, which Jesus fucking wept.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's blank.
It's blank.
There's nothing on it. And they're like, "Wow, you wasted our time," so they're not guilty.
So, of course, Daya, before they can rule, says, no, wait, I have more evidence, and I just need a day to produce it.
Yeah, I'll have it tomorrow. And they're like, "No, that doesn't work." And the judge is like, "Yeah, whatever, see you tomorrow."
Yeah. So, of course, the fucking prosecutor and Voltaire are sitting there like, yeah, I don't know what the fucking evidence is. We tried to fucking get rid of the disc he gave us, but, you know, if he has another copy, what are we gonna do? So...
Daya is getting drunk.
He's getting drunk as shit because he has no evidence.
Yeah.
It's
He,
a major bluff.
So he calls Voltaire.
No, Voltaire called him.
Really?
yeah.
Okay, so
They're both drunk as shit.
They're both drunk as shit, saying stupid shit. And Voltaire's like, well, where are you? He says, okay, I'm at this beach. I'm not sure where, but I'm at this beach.
Somewhere along the beach.
Somewhere on this strip. Just bring me 2 more bottles, because
Yeah.
I'm out.
He's like, "Send whoever you want to, just give me 2 more
He
bottles
says,
of
I know
liquor."
you won't come, but just send the booze.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And
Then there's a musical number about how he wants to redeem himself.
Yeah,
he-
it's really sad.
but
It
it's
is.
it's a
Catchy, too.
goofy drunk musical number.
Yeah,
though.
about how he wants God to let him redeem himself, pretty
Yes.
much.
And the gangsters show up.
And
they
as
don't-
soon as the song ends,
Yeah.
there's like a 2-second clip of him just like sitting on this bench, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna relax," and then like 25 dudes come running around the corner, and he's like, "Oh shit!"
And it's like, where's the bottles?
Seriously, I asked you for one thing.
I trusted him.
2 things. He wanted
My
2 bottles.
brother. I trusted him to bring me bottles. And this betrayal.
And all of them just start beating the shit out of him with weapons.
And so he's
Immediately.
like, well, who does he ask for first?
The guy who
the
hit
dude
him
guy,
in the
in the
ribs.
the guy that beat him in the rib.
Okay, so who hit me in the ribs? And it's a couple more hit him. I was like, no, seriously, who did it? And the guy says, it was me. So he murders him on the spot.
Yes.
Then, okay, well, I was talking about him. Who was the guy who kept hitting me? Who is that?
Yeah.
And then they keep hitting him.
Then they all hit him again, and he like pushes him off.
He ends up killing that guy without realizing which one it was.
Yeah.
Because he came up for another attack. And he's
Yeah.
like, it was this guy! But by then he got the hockey stick.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he gets a hockey.
He basically destroys all of them.
It's brutal.
But in the middle of it, he's like, look, okay, I'm drunk right now, so I can't really focus individually, but cooperate with me on this one.
Please cooperate.
Because that makes sense.
But yeah, there's one guy to take him out after he's finished everybody else.
Oh yeah, guys are just spitting blood clouds in
Yeah.
the air, and then he like sits down and is like, "Oh, cool," and then you
Boom.
see a shot of like a bat hit him in the face. It's great.
Next morning, though, not so great. It's court
No.
time. He has no evidence, but he has to come in and present evidence. So he's walking up the fucking steps, and Voltaire is there offering him 100 crores, which is a lot of money.
A lot of
Yeah.
money.
let's-
He even says, "I have to sell everything I own and then get 30 more."
Yeah,
And he's like, "Yeah, cool.
that's
I don't
not
like
enough.
it.
Let's
No,
go to court.
Yeah,
I don't like that number.
see you inside."
So he goes in, and he goes up to present evidence, and he's taking a really long time. Of course, before he even walks in, he basically says goodbye to his girlfriend. Says,
Yeah.
even you don't know how much you have changed me, but you have changed me. And he goes in there, he gets on the witness stand, and he gives evidence.
He says that
He was one of the murderers.
Yeah, he was one of the murderers along
was
with
there.
the 4 brothers, and
Yeah.
he was part of the whole thing. And everyone's like, "Wow, what the hell?" And even the brothers are like, "What the fuck is you're lying? What's wrong with you? Like, stop."
But he has all the fucking details.
yeah.
He does.
So he goes really, really far into detail, and everyone's like, "Yeah, this is horrible," and he just won't stop.
Yeah.
And he-
Going
The
on
brothers
and on.
try to attack him in the courtroom, but the fucking bailiffs hold him back.
He's like, well, we do it because in India you won't even kill us for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's like, "I
And then he
bet."
starts like attacking the judge
Yeah.
over it.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, he says that originally we were going to get your granddaughter, but she kept not showing up. So these guys, they wanted to get this other girl because she's there. Isn't she a woman too? I'm like, no, I really want this guy's granddaughter. But
And then he's like, "Yeah, well, you're probably gonna hang us in 25 years." He was like, "I bet you won't do it in 2 days."
yeah,
2 days, come on,
Yeah.
dude, do it.
Do it.
I mean, we'll just get out again, and I mean, we'll get your granddaughter sooner or later.
Yeah,
So,
so 2 days, come on, bro.
And the judge is like, they shall be hanged in 24 hours.
Yeah, he's like,
Yes.
"Tomorrow morning, fuck you
Yeah.
guys, fuck all of you."
Fuck you.
and Voltaire looks like he's
Don't
about to
forget he
drop
said,
dead on the
I love
spot.
this country.
I love this country, my India.
My India is great.
I'm proud to be an Indian.
Freedom!
Oh god, he's probably quoting Gandhi there. I don't
Yeah.
know that much
He
about
is.
Gandhi, but he probably is.
He quotes
They-
Gandhi.
Oh god, they show the picture of Gandhi above the fucking
Looking
judge.
disappointed.
Oh dear god.
So yeah, then the judge is like, "Yeah, tomorrow morning, you guys
Yeah.
are dead."
5:30, you're toast.
So
Okay.
he's walking to the police van, and his girlfriend's like, why did you lie? And some woman he doesn't even know comes up and smacks him and
It
tells
was like
him
the
he's a
head news
demon.
lady or something.
Yeah.
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 And then
And-
an angry cop defends him.
Yeah.
Mr.
Oh my God.
Murphy is there
He's
like,
God!
I don't understand who this man is. This man is God.
He is God!
Keep in mind that he just admitted to slaughtering a girl.
Yes,
and
Yes,
this
in
cop
the
is like,
worst way
"He's
possible."
God!
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm surprised that cop wasn't lynched on the spot.
I know,
Yeah.
right?
So, do we get to the next morning pretty quickly, don't we? Oh,
Yeah.
right, they offer them the last meals. And
Meats.
they're all too nervous to eat, but he just wants the exact vegetarian meal his girlfriend likes.
Yeah.
Because it reminds him of her. And,
And
she
that just
hears
makes
about...
her cry more.
Because she hears about it on the news.
And it's just like, "Oh my god, my life is awful. I'm so sad."
So they're walking. He's up to get hanged first out of all of them. And they're walking him up to the fucking noose. Meanwhile, on TV, who sees this? New York
dead
girl.
girl's sister
Lakshmi.
in America.
Yeah.
Lakshmi.
Lakshmi sees it. She's like, fuck, I have another copy of that fucking CD. Why didn't you assholes call me?
And yeah, so they're like, oh, wait, shit, no, stop, don't hang him, don't hang him.
It on live TV.
On live
Oh,
TV.
God.
Yeah,
Ugh.
so...
Oh, I didn't want to see it again.
At the very
Me either.
last second,
They're about to
Daya
put the
is
bag over his head.
reprieved.
The executioner's phone goes off.
And he's like, oh, no, we're told not to kill him, so don't kill him.
He's like, wait, told to kill all of us or just me?
It's like, no, we're still gonna kill these guys. And
He's like, oh, okay then.
so he's like, no, wait. Okay, I'm gonna say it. They tortured this girl for 40 days, and you're gonna kill them off in like a minute?
Yeah.
Give me 10 minutes with them, and I will show them suffering.
Yeah, he's just like, this stays here, no one has to know, you're gonna hang him anyway.
Mhm.
Just
See-
10 minutes.
See, the brothers got a hold of a gun and shot a cop in the shoulder. So
Yeah.
he's like, look, nobody has to find out about this. Just give me 10 minutes with these pieces of shit. And they do, and it is beautiful.
so
It is one
lovely.
of the most satisfying scenes I've ever seen.
Oh my god.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Oh god.
Yeah.
It's
he just
brutal.
brutalizes. He runs. He clotheslines two of them
Flying
immediately.
clothesline.
Yeah.
I forget how the first one dies.
I think he
Bayonet.
like. I'll run through them. The first one gets beat very badly. I think his neck actually gets snapped first.
Say bye to your brothers.
And then Daya just forces his head down onto the bayonet of one of the guards.
Oh, right,
through the
yeah.
neck.
Yeah.
Two of the brothers are like,
Trying to revive him.
like, you can't be dead. This doesn't happen to dudes like us. What the fuck? Meanwhile, Daya chases the other one up onto the fucking roof and beats him to death with a pipe.
It's-
A broken piece of
Yeah.
pipe
Just
just
smashes
beats him
his
to death.
head in.
It's great.
And the brothers run up there. There's blood dripping from this dude onto the other corpse. The next one of them is up on the roof again. But there's
Checking
another
on
one.
that dead body.
Yeah, there's another one down there stuck there with
ladder.
Daya. And Daya catches him on his leg on the ladder and just keeps stabbing him in the leg to get the other one to come down.
Yeah, just annihilates it like 5 or 6 times.
Yeah, yeah. And then then that dude comes down. He chases
Well,
him.
no, he stabs him in the neck first. real
Yeah,
quick.
but it's not a fatal wound.
No.
The guy runs up, grabs like a
Sledgehammer.
Yeah.
sledgehammer. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
fuck.
Sledgehammer.
He ducks the sledgehammer.
And, oh my god,
Grabs it himself.
Grabs it.
he takes out his legs first.
Yeah.
Kneecap
Kneecap,
specific-
lets him roll
Yeah.
around for a second, hits him in the other kneecap.
And then, let's just put it this way. If they try to hang this guy for appearance's sake, he will just fall out of the noose.
Yes.
Yeah. So the last guy alive is
Yeah.
like, fuck this guy.
He's trying to limp away.
And
He limps away.
He's been stabbed in the leg a bunch. Is
Yeah.
that guy. And he limps away, and he's like, I'm just gonna hang myself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he goes
Because
right back up to
this
the
guy's a
scaffold,
lunatic.
opens the fucking trapdoor, and
And
hangs
jumps.
himself.
And then you hear, like, the ticking of a timer, and Daya says, there's 5 minutes left. Is there anyone else like these guys in here?
Cut to him walking out of the courtroom.
Yeah.
Everyone's
Yeah.
happy and cheering.
Is there anything else?
I
No.
don't think, nothing important.
See, this is really weird
Yeah,
because
that was
he
the end of the
essentially left Voltaire alive at the end of this.
I'm thinking sequel.
I'm thinking heart attack. He didn't
Yeah.
look too
Yeah.
healthy.
No.
No, he's not doing too well.
Possibly
Also-
suicide.
He
How
also
you gonna do?
totally knows that all 4 of his brothers were definitely not just hanged.
Yeah.
They were annihilated. He
Yes.
knows it.
He knows.
Yeah, his entire family has just been slaughtered.
By his other brother.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I couldn't have a nicer guy.
Yes. Fuck yes. This movie was awesome. Let's
Yes.
just all...
It was
Amazing.
It was.
Now
It
this is-
genuinely made me happy.
Yes.
And sad.
And
Very
sad.
And
But then happy again.
And then sad, and
Yeah.
then really happy.
Yes,
Extremely.
ecstatic.
Oh, there's that...
A
The
roller
sadness...
coaster.
The sadness was needed for that final fucking
my-
high.
It was
Yeah, we wouldn't have
so
enjoyed
sad.
it so much if we hadn't
Absolute
been so sad.
brutality. I mean, without context, that would have been a man brutally murdering 4 people.
Yeah.
With context, it was a man brutally murdering 4 people. That was awesome.
It was justice.
Yeah. But
Street
context,
justice.
it was amazing.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Oh, so this was directed by a guy named Puri Jagannadh, who is a genius and needs to be celebrated.
Yes.
Apparently, because this is incredible.
He also made Pokiri, which you guys really should watch. It's
Okay.
great.
Yes.
This movie was so good, I'm going to buy my own personal copy.
Yes, I can
Oh,
understand
high
that.
five.
It's good. Everyone in this room fucking recommends this.
Yes.
Oh,
Anyone
highly.
watching.
If you don't watch
Anyone.
it, you've made a mistake.
Yes.
There's some horrible shit in it, but if you can get past the horrible shit, there's great shit too.
The horrible shit really makes the great shit better, which in a way is kind of shallow, but...
Who gives a shit? Sledgehammer.
Sledgehammer,
on, man.
Yes.
Fuck shallow. That dude's face is shallow now.
Oh, that is so beautiful.
We walk outside, and I'm going to get in the van. And the neighbor's dog, keep in mind, Chihuahua, maybe, I think, little tiny dog. Well, I've never seen it before. So, not my neighbor, by the way. There's snow on the ground, a decent amount of it currently. And I open the door, and I get down the 3 steps, and about 2 feet in front of me is just this furry thing, mouth hanging open, no expression, not snarling, no sounds, shaking, like tilted like 30 degrees to the right, and is just shaking and drooling, and then there's just water coming out of it somewhere. And then I notice the thing has a leg that, instead of being bent backward, is bent to the fucking side. It is a 90-degree angle coming out of the goddamn thing and back underneath it. And it's just kind of half floating there on one fucked up, crooked, sideways leg, just looking at me, just leaking, crying, drooling, and just shaking. And my response is horrible. Because I stand there, I take 1 step closer, and I just look at it, and I'm like, what the hell are you? And then it stands up, and it's a fucking dog. A little 2.5-pound chihuahua. And my immediate response, almost shouted, by the way, is, wow, that dog is fucking hideous. And then I hear from 5 feet further from me, the owner telling the dog to come inside. And I was like, I'm going inside again. It looked like Spore in real life. Just looking at me like, kill me now, but like with no emotion, just dead, soulless eyes. By the way, I didn't go like, what's that weird thing urinating? I was like, it's leaking. I'm dead. It's not crying, it's leaking. The owner right there. Just right there with her probably prized chihuahua. Oh, it's my baby. And I'm just like, fuck, that thing sucks. I was like, I can't do this.